The next method is sample method. Sample means what? Taking few items from the group and considering that as a sample, and a survey will be conducted for that sample and the results will be considered for the entire population. So only a sample will be collected, few items will be collected from the group which will be examined and the conclusion will be drawn on that basis. So if the area of investigation is very large, then we can go for applying this method. And then if high degree of accuracy is not needed, only the general things we are going to examine, then we can go for the sample method. And when diverse items, intensive examination is not required. That is, it is not necessary that we have to deeply analyze each and every item. If that is the investigation type, then we can go for using this sample method. And different units of the universe are broadly similar to each other. If most of the units in the universe, that is the items in the universe, are similar in nature, then we can take one or two, like 3-4 members from that group, and then we can analyze and we can put all the questions on them, and then we can draw the conclusion on that basis. Now say for example, yeah, see, when we are sick or something like that, then the entire blood is not to be checked. A sample of 5 ml, 10 ml, that much of blood will be taken and that is analyzed. And on that basis, they will give the report that what is happening in the entire body. So that is the sample method, and there are certain merits and demerits of this method also. So the merit side is very economical method because only few items are to be considered, and also a time saving method because we are not going to consider each and every item in the universe. Not all the 75 students will be called, maybe only 10 students will be called, and that 10 students opinions will be collected to draw the conclusions. So only 10 students, so we can easily do it in a short time period. And the next one, we can see that it shows better accuracy as it becomes easy to identify error. Like only 10 students we have taken and we are taking the opinions of them, and then we are checking the opinions and we have certain questions over that and answers for that we have taken from them. We consider all the answers, we go for checking. In that case, a small mistake also can be easily find out because it is only dealing with the few numbers. As the errors can be identified easily, this method can be an accurate method. And then it is more feasible in case of large investigation, when the entire population, if it is a large investigation area, then it becomes more feasible. That is, this will be very advisable method for that. And the next one is, it also it gives administrative convenience. We can handle the items easily. It is only few items, so handling that item, controlling that items will become easier for that. And also, as the items are very less, more scientifically we can analyze that. That is, in all the various angles it can be analyzed. And if it is a large number, then one or two aspects will be considered and others can be neglected. But in this case, various angles it can be analyzed. And there are certain demerits also. It is only a partial investigation, not the entire group is investigated. It is only few items from that group is investigated. So partial investigation, so maybe the results may not be complete. That is, we cannot consider that result as an accurate result. And there is chances of investigators bias in the selection of sample. The sample is to be selected and the investigator may make some partiality while selecting. That is, few items he may not like, he will leave that, maybe that is the important one for that investigation. So that partiality may be there. And then sometimes the sample what we are selecting may not represent the entire universe. See, only that 4 people, like when we are considering the quiz and all, only 4 students go for the quiz competitions, and only on the basis of that 4 students, any other outsider cannot have this idea that all the Athenians will be quiz masters. No, we cannot be like that. So it may not represent the entire universe. And then selecting the sample also is very difficult, and also framing the sample is also difficult. If it is of so many diverse character, then we have to consider which one is to be considered, which not. And then it involves technical procedures. Only expert persons can do this.